Hello YouTube, Size17 here, but you can just call me Travis, and welcome back for another collection update. I hope everyone's weekend has been pleasant. Mine's been pretty solid. Like always, I have nothing else to say, so let's just jump into the music. In the background, we are listening to, this is the second full-length album from a new wave of traditional heavy metal band, sorry about that, Air Raid. They're from Sweden. They have an album coming out at the end of September. I just the other day, they released a music video, single, whatever you want to say, on YouTube for it, and the song's awesome. And then yesterday, I just realized they'd already released songs, and one of them, specifically, totally blanking on the title, wow. Anyway, I've listened to it like 5 million times, and it's amazing, and I'm totally jacked for their new album. New singer, and yeah, I'll link to the song because it freaking rules. Anyway, so let's jump on from what I've been doing. With that talking, yeah. So I got all 3 formats in this video, which is kind of fun. Now that I'm collecting cassettes, this is yeah, this is the first time I've shown any cassettes. But yeah, so first up, let's show some records. Just got a couple to show. The first one up, just a little, like a month ago, I got this compilation. It's called the Action Ranimals compilation. Ross Hodo showed it off, and the timing was pretty perfect. And so I kind of became obsessed with this release a little bit. And so I went back and I bought a test press copy of it. So that's kind of cool. Out of 20, I got number 13, which is pretty cool because 13 is my favorite number. So yeah, you know, the same music as the other one. You know, a mix of grindcore, hardcore punk, crust, hardcore. I probably said that one. You know, death metal, thrash metal, just a little bit of everything. All the songs are unreleased on any other form other than onto this compilation. This is just the back. The record itself is just white labels on black. The compilation itself was on like a marbled brown clay looking color. And then, you know, just because, like I said, you know, the timing was perfect and I became obsessed with this release a little bit, I decided to pick up 5 copies more of it, and then just at some point I'll just give them away to someone, or, you know, not one person, but five different people. But you know, they're limited to 500. It came out in 2013. You know, all the proceeds go to the Pet Adoption Fund, which is, if I remember correctly, the largest no-kill pet organization in California. And you know, limited to 500. I was like, oh, I'm still able to buy copies of this, or even to the point where proceeds are going to that. So I don't know. Anyway, I felt compelled to buy some more. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll give them away on this channel. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do with them yet. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I can even actually show you the marbling if you didn't watch the other video where I showed off it. Stuff's flying. Sorry, this is awesome video, I'm sure. Yeah, it's like this. Looks pretty cool. So anyway, probably a little ridiculous, but I was happy when this came in just the other day, actually. Rotten to the Core Records. I don't believe I said that. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll leave links to everything, as I always do. Alright, moving on. Next up, the other record I have is actually something that's pretty awesome. I don't know if I'd call it a holy grail. I might call it a holy grail, because it was something that was, at least price-wise, on Discogs I never thought that I would own. But all of a sudden, this one guy on there was selling it for, like, still expensive, but, like, sort of a price that made me think for a second. And so, you know, I kept my eye on it, and then after maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, it actually went down even more to a price that was still, you know, pretty pricey, but I was still, you know, thinking maybe I should bite. But I didn't, and I just kept on watching it, and then it dropped more, and then like one day it just dropped to a point where I was like, okay, I have to jump on this before someone else does, and I actually got it for like, you know, in my opinion, a really reasonable price. Yeah, and that is the this is an EP from Bekëth Nexëhmü, Urtida Krafterna. This is EP, came out on 2014 on Darker Than Black. This is one of the 2 releases by Bekëth Nexëhmü that's actually considered like an official release and not a demo. So yeah, I'm super excited to get this. It's 2 tracks, both of them are fairly long. Nothing on the inside. Here's the jacket. On the back there. For some reason, Svartapoots goes by a different name on this release. He goes by Svartataden or something like that. I'm not sure what's up with that. Like with all the releases, this is, claims to be, you know, improvised recording. Which, regardless of whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter to me. Because, like with all the other Bekëth Nexëhmü material, this stuff is awesome. Just, black record, black labels. But yeah, super pumped to get this, because like I said, I assumed that I wouldn't be owning this, and now that I do, that is super sweet. I would be complete with my my Bekëth Nexëhmü discography, but now that I'm buying cassettes, I do have some releases on cassette. I haven't really looked into whether or not those are purchasable, like, you know, within reasonable ability, but I should do that, and maybe I'll get those too. I also, he's been doing a fairly good job of eventually repressing everything onto CD, so even if the cassettes are possible, I might just wait to see if they're ever pressed onto CD. But yeah, Bekëth Nexëhmü, Urtida Krafterna. I don't think I said it's Swedish atmospheric black metal. If you're not familiar with this band, familiarize yourself with them, because they're pretty good. Highly recommended by me. And yeah. Alright. Next up, moving on from records, let's go on to cassettes, because that's my new bang. The new bang, I'm not sure what that means. It's you know, it's new to me, so they're pretty cool. One of the orders recently, Pat of Ground Zero Salem has been doing these kind of like cassette-only record label showcase things, and one of the ones that he showed recently was Headsplit Records, and a specific release on there that he showed. When I listened to it, I was like, wow, this is killer stuff, and I need to have it now. And so I went ahead and did an order to get that release, and that is the Embalmer Into the Oven Taxidermist demo compilation. These 2 releases came out 91, 92 respectively. Into the Oven was 91, Taxidermist 92. This compilation itself came out 2016. I ordered something else along with this tape, but then so that was on Saturday, and then Monday I got an email from PayPal saying, oh, your order is being refunded, and then the reason that was given was that the thing that I ordered with this was out of stock. So I just immediately went back. This was on Monday, if I didn't say that. I went back and reordered this with something else, and then on Wednesday I got it. So I mean, obviously I live in Washington, and I think they're in Oregon, so you know it's pretty close. But still, ordered it on Monday, got it on Wednesday. It's pretty freaking fast. So yeah, Headsplit Records, really fast. So yeah, this Embalmer, pretty cool stuff. US death metal, has kind of a grindy feel to it. I would say they are. Wow, I'm really doing awesome today. They are a very more death metal centered carcass, I would say, is maybe if you want to sound alike. Green tape. There was also red, yellow, and white. I think Pat got the green too, but I wanted to pick yellow, but I also have a yellow tape for something else that I ordered that's on the way, so being that the tapes are new to me, I wanted to get a different color. So here's the, this is the Into the Oven cover. This is the Taxidermist cover. The Taxidermist demo is in studio live recording, and actually the last track is, I think, just, you know, wasn't a live recording, but it was still in studio for what's it called, projectile vomit. But yeah, here's the inside of the J card. It's got, you know, looks like flyers and other shit that they had going on around at that time. But yeah, this I don't think I showed this band photo. But yeah, this is super cool death metal. Like I say, with a little bit of grind edge to it. Definitely worth your time. I really enjoyed it and happy to have it. And then what I ordered with it, what I ended up picking was this band called Nefarious. This actually is an EP that came out this year called Death Beckons. This band is like death metal with like a lot of thrash metal lined up inside of it. It's got 5 tracks, same on both sides. Comes in this cool clear red tape. They're from the US, if I didn't say that, out of Illinois. I really like the songs Coffin Breath and Severed Dreams, especially Severed Dreams, that has a wicked riff in it. Yeah, this is a really cool release. I don't know if I said it, but it came out this year, 2017. This has even potential to make my top 30. I don't want to say that right now, but it certainly has possibilities. This cover also looks excellent. I like that art. I'm pretty sure Pat showed this off too, because I remember this artwork being awesome. There's some credits there in the back. Oh yeah, I like this. It said it was recorded in the Old Cellar. I don't know if the Old Cellar is like a name of a record studio or a practice space or something, or if it's just like actually an old cellar. I'm kind of hoping that it actually is an old cellar, because that would be, I don't know, just cool. It sounds pretty good, so doesn't really sound like it's got a lot of ambient noise in the background. Here's the inside of J card. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear what these guys do next, because this is a pretty killer release. So yeah, Nefarious, Death Beckons. And then that's all I ordered, but as luck would have it, he threw in something else for me, so that was pretty cool. This is Terror Striker with Hordes of Armageddon. This is a band from Russia, Russian Federation, whatever you want to say. That has pretty mixture of, like, comes in this cool silver gray tape. Actually, I want to say silver, because if you look, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it has sort of a slight sparkle in it. It doesn't really come across very well. But yeah, this band has a pretty good mixture of death metal, thrash metal, and black metal. I would say it's kind of like a black and thrash metal with some death metal thrown in, if I had to be a little more precise in my description. I only listened to this once, so, you know, forgive me. 5 tracks, both on each side. I did notice that there's a CD version of this, and it has 2 extra tracks, one of which is a Venom cover of Poison, I think. Here's the other panel of the J card, band photo, and the stuff, and then the inside we got some credits and some lyrics. But yeah, this is a decent. I listened to it one time again, so don't want to have too much of an opinion, but, you know, pretty cool, solid stuff. You know, pretty generous for him to throw that in. But yeah, Terror Striker with what is it? Hordes of Armageddon. So yeah, Headsplit Records. I'll leave a link, like I've already said. So yeah, show them some love. So yeah, as soon as I decided I was going to buy tapes, I knew immeditely which one I'd be buying, and that was this Perverted Ceremony Demo 1. I'm an idiot, man. I am a freaking idiot. I love Bahaziel so much, and I just, like, didn't listen to this. Idiot. This stuff is just as grimy and nasty and dirty as Sabbath of Bahaziel. Wow. Super, super good. And like I said, I suck because I didn't listen to this earlier. I ordered the patch because eventually I'm going to break down and make a battle jacket, even if I never wear it, and just have one. Just to have one. So I ordered this Perverted Ceremony patch. It came on this cool pink shell with brown, which actually is kind of cool because it goes along with their the Die Hard version of the vinyl. But yeah, this is what, it's got like 7 tracks, I think. Yeah, 7 tracks. Like I said, this is just same kind of shit. I would say the production's a little worse, I guess. It's not that Sabah of Behaziel is super awesomely sounding, you know, clean. The dirtiness is part of its charm, but this is a little less clean and it doesn't hinder it at all. It makes it sound grimy as fuck and just like, ugh, the same dirty riffs, the vocals from hell, wailing guitar leads. Just this shit's awesome. Definitely one of my new favorite bands. Here's the inside of the J card. What's the name? Baron's Cemetery and Morbid Messiah. This off of Nuclear War Now. I think this is like the 5th pressing this pink tape is. I think the new pressing just came out. It's like purple, if I remember correctly. But yeah, super excited to follow this band. And actually, I just read earlier today that I'm probably through Nuclear War Now. They're coming out with an EP. I think maybe on CD. I read 2 tracks and an intro. They said that the songs are longer than typical for Perverted Ceremony tracks, which their long songs are like 5-6 minutes. So I don't know if that means like what, 10 minutes. I'm not sure, but super excited for when that comes out. I don't know if that means 2017 or later than that, but whenever that is, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, if you have listened to Sabah of Haziel and you were like you are an idiot like me and you have not listened to this yet, do yourself a favor and listen to Demo 1 because it rules. Alright, that is it for the tapes. But not done with Nuclear War Now. That's all I ordered was the tape and the patch, and because this is like Generosity Week or something, got this thrown in. This is Villains. The album title is Never Abandon the Slut Train, which great song or album title. I'm not sure if I'm into that, but whatever. This is a they're out of New York, if I remember correctly. It's a black thrash band with, I don't know, maybe a little bit of punk and I don't know, kind of black and roll sort of a sound to them. I only listened to this like once, and then like I maybe listened to like the first song again or something. I actually think Pat might have shown a release from. I don't think it was this one. I think it was a different one, but I'm pretty sure he did. Not too much to say about this. It's fine. I wasn't wowed by it. Again, just one time through. Came out like, I don't know, 2012, 13, 14, 2014. I can't remember. I'm gonna go 2014. Pretty solid. I'll have to listen again to really have an opinion, but pretty cool for the guys at Nuclear War Now to just throw that in. Pretty cool stuff. Villains. Alright, next up, this is a band that, for whatever, I think is pretty an underrated thrash band, including me, because this is the first time I've bought any of their stuff. But let's just show it. This is a band called Dustbolt. This is their debut album, Violent Demolition. They are out of Germany. They are like a retro thrash or a re-thrash band. I kind of hate using, the terms retro thrash, pizza thrash, whatever you want to call them, because most of them are used in a derogatory fashion. And I have to say that actually I think a lot of those bands, your Municipal Wastes and your Havocs and your Warbringers, those bands have really sparked my interest in thrash. For the longest time, I never really considered myself a thrash fan. And, over the years, I kind of have sort of just like dramatically come one where I'm keeping up with, the releases like what's Power Trip's album of this year, which is awesome. Anyway, enough babbling. This is Dustbolt. I downloaded a couple of their albums, this one and the one that followed it, called Awaken the Riot. Both are awesome. They released an album after that, which wasn't released when I downloaded them, called Mass Confusion, I believe, if I remember correctly. Anyway, decided I should start buying their albums because I was like, oh yeah, why haven't I ever bought any of their stuff? So started off with the debut, pretty cool stuff. I think I like Awaken the Riot better, but this is still really awesome. Great riffs, awesome solos. The vocals actually I would say are a little step down, or not step down because it's first. So when he went to Awaken the Riot, it was a little step up, but still pretty solid. I didn't really notice this till just actually right now. The last track features Derek Green of Sepultura on vocals. So yeah, that's pretty cool if you're into Derek Green of Sepultura. See these things to cover. Looks like this. Yeah, it looks like the inside just lyrics and photos. In the middle's got a big band photo. This came out in like 2012, I think, and then 2013 and 14 maybe for the other albums. I can't remember exactly. Maybe this is 2012? Yeah, I think 2012. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Napalm Records, I believe, is who this... Yeah, Napalm Records. But yeah, if you're into good thrash metal, Dust Bolt's worth your time. I haven't actually listened to Mass Confusion yet, but based on these two releases, I assume that it's good. Dust Bolt, Violent Demolition. Alright, so one genre that I have really wanted to get into is Dungeon Synth. And if you are familiar with Dungeon Synth at all, it is a genre that is like almost predominantly only released on cassette. So, you know, I've pretty much had problems with that. But now that I'm buying cassettes, you know, I'm ready to do it. Sequester Keep is a band that I'm excited to maybe eventually get something by. But anyway, one artist that I sort of have always been aware of these releases, and actually I've even wanted them, but never before have I ever really heard them spoken in regards to Dungeon Synth. And I originally read about them, and they were spoken about as Dungeon Synth, and I was like, okay, well, obviously I need to buy these so that I can, you know, kind of springboard into the genre. And that is, these are two releases by Mortiis. You might be familiar with Mortiis. He was the original bassist. I don't know if he was the original bassist, but he was a bassist in Emperor. I think he was on every release that they did prior to In the Nightside Eclipse. So what's that, like a demo, an EP, and a split? So pretty cool. But anyway, after that he went on to, it might even be at the same time, but anyway, no, because these came out after maybe the earlier stuff came out. Anyway, these came out after his time in Emperor. This one is called Crypt of the Wizard. This is a compilation of 5 EPs that he released in like 1996, and I think actually this came out in 1996 as well, or at least the original version. This is a re-release sometime later, 99. Yeah, they're both on Earache actually. You know, actually, really cool stuff. I like this a lot. It made me realize that I definitely want to continue my journey into the world of Dungeon Synth, and you know, I'm not listening to enough genres, so I need to add more genres to my ever long list. And then this one is called The Stargate. This one came out 99, I want to say. This one also is pretty good. This one has vocals on it, as this one does not, including vocals from Sarah Jezebel Diva, and then also there's some dude that plays acoustic guitar. I don't really remember who, so I don't really care that much for them, to be honest. But yeah, kind of a interesting turn of events. As you know, I've long, you know, wanted to listen to these, and all of a sudden, this is a good reason to listen to them. And actually, it's kind of ironic that it's like, oh, I'm listening to cassettes now, so I can buy Dungeon Synth, and I go buy some CDs. But yeah, anyway, I'm super happy to get these. I will have to look into, because I think after this, he kind of went into like more of a dark wave synth pop sound. I don't want to synth pop, probably isn't very accurate, but not ambient Dungeon Synth stuff. But he has, I think, 3 albums that came out before all of this stuff. All 3 of them are 2 tracks, and the song is really long. So I'm not really sure too much about those. I will have to look more into it, but maybe someday in the future. But yeah, Crypt of the Wizard and the Stargate by Mortiis. Alright, I got one more. This album came out in 2017. Mike Seatown showed this earlier in the year, and I was like, oh, I didn't know anything about this artist. I will have to get that. And then I didn't. And then recently again, he brought it up again. And I was like, I'm an idiot. Why haven't I gotten this yet? So I got it. And that is, this is the new album from the rapper Sadistik out of Seattle, Washington. Like I said, when Mike Seatown brought him up the first time, I was not aware of him, and I felt like an idiot, being as that he's from my home state. But anyway, yeah, like I said, this is his new album. It came out, I don't know, like March or something. I'm not sure exactly when it came out. March was a guess. But 2017, regardless, this is his 5th album. It's off of total 2 Equal Vision records, maybe? Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. Definitely has a very laid-back style. Usually I like a lot more aggressive rappers. Not necessarily fast, although I do like fast rappers. But just more aggression. But he's pretty laid back, but I still like it. It's pretty good stuff. I like it. The beats are definitely more darker aesthetic, so that's pretty cool. So you know, for all those of you out there who like metal but also dabble in a little bit of rap, this might be up your alley. Productions, didn't recognize any names, although I did have 2 names that repeated a lot. That was Ryu Alexi and Graham O'Brien. Again, not familiar with those names, but they were reoccurring in the credits. But yeah, if you're into rap, check this out. If you're a little bit into rap, maybe check this out. If you're not into rap, don't check it out. I mean, you can, but you probably won't like it. But yeah, Sadistik, Alters. I'm not sure if I said the title of the album or not, but if I did, it's Alters. Alright, that is the last one, so yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Everything that I've spoken about will be linked in the description box below. Please feel free to let me know if you have any opinions on any of these releases, or if maybe you have something you want to tell me that's not these releases. That's fine too. Comments always welcomed. And yeah, I'm going to link that Air Raid song, and if you're into heavy metal, listen to that song, because it frickin' rips. Yeah, have a good night.